Imagine you go to your bookkeeper or your office manager and you tell them, we're getting a new system to do our invoicing, to do our time tracking, to run our projects. And they're sitting here going, but I do all my billing through QuickBooks. I've been using QuickBooks for a decade or more. I know it inside and out. And now I'm going to have to not only learn something new, which that's always, unfun in a lot of cases, but now I got to keep everything in two things. We got to do all this double work. Well, that's not acceptable. There's a philosophy amongst software folks, and that is data only gets entered once, and then it gets to be used and applied in multiple locations. So we've taken our system, which does a much better job of your billing than QuickBooks can do. And we take the invoices, the time slips, the receipts, the income pieces, and we push those into QuickBooks. And actually, we let you push it on a one-by-one basis or in batches. So nothing goes into QuickBooks until you're ready for it to go in. We're not going to tell you what's going to happen in your accounting. Now, we don't make accounting software, and that's why we integrate with QuickBooks. I think it's 75-80% of all the AE firms across the United States and Canada are running QuickBooks. We even have firms in the UK that are running QuickBooks. It's the common denominator amongst firms. And we thought, well, do we go out and reinvent the wheel, or do we just use what they already use? You won't have to switch your accounting software to add in a productivity tool that's going to give you key insights to your firm and your projects and your profitability. So the integration, we hold your hand as it happens. We do that with whoever's doing the books. We get everything syncing up perfectly. And then whoever that power user is that's pushing into QuickBooks, they get to decide what goes into QuickBooks and when. And here's the worst case scenario. You push an invoice to QuickBooks, and you see you got to make changes to it. Simple. You make the changes and hit update, and it updates QuickBooks. What if you don't want to issue this invoice? Delete it out of QuickBooks, delete it out of our system. It's really simple. You're not going to break it. We're not going to mess up your books. We're not going to, I just hear these people have this fear that everything's going to change. Well, actually, it's not. There's almost always one person who has control of the bookkeeping, and that person's still going to be in control. We're just giving your team the power to see on their desktop without getting into your QuickBooks exactly where their project stands in real time. So we're empowering the team with the tools they need to track their projects, to know what the outstanding invoices are, to know if they've been paid, to know if they maybe need to drop a hint to the client about getting paid the next time they're talking to them, or whether they just, go a different direction because everything's paid up. So don't worry about that integration to QuickBooks. We handle it for you. We hold your hand through the process. And the only thing that goes into QuickBooks is exactly what you want to go into QuickBooks.